Okay, let's move on. All right. John is a film critic, columnist, writer, editor, freelance writer, novelist, and notable person of the village Bradford, Ohio. He's married with one child and has several pets. Cats or dogs? Yes. Nice. He's a New York Times best-selling author in fiction and has won the Hugo, the Locus, I don't want to butcher this. How do you say it?
I don't know. What is it?
You mean you don't know?
Well, there are so many.
See. Oh, God. Oof. Scion, and Kurd Lassowitz Awards. He has served as creative consultant for the Stargate Universe television series and writer for the video game Midnight Star by Industrial Toys. He's the former president of the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers of America and the executive producer and consultant for his novels Red Shirts, Ghost Brigades, and Lock In, all currently in development for television. Now, despite all that very impressive stuff, there's something else he wants to tell you about. John's 2020 is titled Cats and the Internet. Ladies and gentlemen, John Scalzi.
So yes, all these people have told you wonderful things about so many things. I'm going to talk to you about cats and the internet, how their complete adorabilisticness could quite possibly save each and every one of us from the bitterness and cynicism, and no, that is not the toxoplasmosis talking. Now let me tell you about my first interaction with cats and the internet. Back in 2006, I was writing a novel, and I also have a blog. And if I don't show up on the blog every day, people say, hey, have you fallen down a well? So I had to tell them, no, I have other things to do today. And I started going down the list, and top of the one was to write. But at the bottom, you can see tape bacon to a cat. And people say, you can't do that. That's absolutely impossible. The physics does not exist for taping bacon to a cat. You need to do it for the science. This picture went everywhere. It was the single most visited picture on the internet for 2 whole days. It became the centerpiece of my online reputation for many years. Enough so that I wrote this. Awards, success, fame, perhaps one day they will be yours, but the fact is nothing you'll ever do will be more popular than that online picture of bacon taped to a cat. So this was my first real interaction with what cats mean to the internet. But as one does, when confronted with sort of stuff, you begin to ask yourself, why cats? What is it about cats that makes everybody on the internet go a little crazy? It's not the toxoplasmosis, and I have a few theories, and I'm going to kind of spell them out for you now. The first thing I think about the ubiquity of cats on the internet is that, quite simply, they're everywhere in the real world, too. They are the #1 pet in the United States, having displaced the dogs a number of years ago. Don't tell the dogs. They will be sad. But the simple fact of the matter is so many people have cats that it seems obvious that you would see the cats on the internet. Because what is the internet just as a place to show off whatever you have? The second thing about cats they are handsome beasts. I mean, look at that cat. That is a noble cat. The thing about a cat is they always pretty much look good unless you're taking a picture directly from the butt. So, no matter what, it makes you look like a really good photographer. So that's another reason people take pictures of cats. The third thing is they are easily anthropomorphized. I mean, look, that cat really does not look impressed. But in fact, the cat doesn't care. The cat's not impressed. It's not happy. It's not sad. It's a damn cat. Nevertheless, the simple fact of the matter is we can pour ourselves into the cats and imagine this stuff. Finally, no matter what, they're just damn adorable. Look at those. You are just looking at them and not noticing the hideous globule of a human being that happens to be in that picture. That is the magic of cats, and that's part of the reason why cats have taken over the internet. But quite honestly, there is something else about cats that I think is dynamically useful about having them on the internet. It's not just that they're cute. It's not just that everybody has cats. It is that they can create something of a space that we all need. And let me give you an example of this. Earlier this month, we had this shooting in San Bernardino. And this hit home to me because I grew up not too far from San Bernardino. 14 people were killed. the internet exploded with all the horrible stuff that happened. And people started saying to me, I really wish that you could post some pictures of cats. So I did. And it seemed sort of stupid. Okay, I posted a picture of cats, and there's a kitten, and I put it up. And it seems like such a trivial thing to have done in the face of such massive horror. But the simple fact of the matter is, once I started posting those pictures of the cats, I started getting these messages going, thank you, because I needed a cat today. And so that's what I kept on doing. I was like, I can't do anything. I'm in Ohio. People in San Bernardino are doing their thing. The only thing that I can do right now is to post these pictures of kittens. And so that's what I did, and what I kept doing pretty much the whole day. I ran, my kittens were like, why are you doing this to us? Just kept taking the pictures, kept taking the pictures, and I put them up on the internet. And the thing about it is that I realized that part of the reason that people put up pictures of cats is quite simply they are the internet's version of a breathing space. Quite honestly, many people just have a hard time stepping away from the internet. Sometimes it's because of work, sometimes it's because of their personal inclinations. Whatever it comes down to, they need that moment. And it doesn't have to be cats. It can be a dog. It can be a rabbit. It can be any sort of mammal. Reptiles are kind of a squidgy space there, but I love them too, but most times mammals. And it also doesn't even have to be, a mammal or an animal. Sometimes just a picture of a rainbow, some place that you put in there to give people a moment to step away from the horror that the internet can bring into your house, into your eyeballs, at your desk at any one time. And again, it seems like a really small and trivial thing. And yet, it makes a difference for people. It makes them realize that even if it's just a cat, even if it's just a rainbow, even if there is, it's just a dog, there is beauty in the world. There are things that are objectively good and happy and make you as a person feel good. So the next time that you are on the internet and you're super stressed, or you see people becoming super stressed on the internet, do yourself a favor, do them a favor, put up a picture of a kitten. It's such a small thing, and yet it can mean more than you know. And on that note, I just wish to wish all of you a very happy holidays. Thank you so much.